Good evening, friends. It's Sean back with another yoga session from Living Peace Yoga. I hope you're doing well and you are having a fabulous week. I wanted to bring to you tonight a little bit more of a heated power flow to get the blood pumping. So this will just be about 15 or 20 minutes long, but I'm so glad that you joined me and are able to make time to do some self-care, both physically, mentally, and of course, spiritually. So roll out your mat, get prepared, and we will jump in and do some yoga. We're going to start by coming to simple seated. Place those hands on your knees. Tilt back just a bit so that you're on both of those sits bones. Lengthen through the spine. Drop those shoulders down and back. Coming to that place of stillness. Of course, a place that we don't visit often or long enough. So we're just going to take in a few breaths here as we prepare for tonight's session. Good. We're going to take the right arm and we're going to reach it across to the left side of the body, using the left hand to support the right elbow or for upper bicep, whichever's more comfortable for you. But just feeling that nice stretch in the right shoulder. Good, we're gonna let that go and we're gonna bring our left hand to the right side of the body. Again, using that right hand to help support the left elbow. Just starting to warm things up. Good. Come back to central or neutral. We're gonna do some neck exercises to help warm up the upper spine. So we're gonna tilt our chin to the chest. Left ear to the left shoulder, feeling that right stretch in the neck body. And then tilt your head back just a bit, just as if you were sniffing the sky. Good, and then right ear to the right shoulder. Dropping those shoulders down, of course, lengthening through the spine, feeling that stretch through the left neck. Good, and then come back to center. We're gonna flow through that one more time, so chin to the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Those shoulders have crept up on you. Pull them down and back. Just so you feel the stretch on that right neck. Good. Tilt that head back. Sniff the sky. And right ear to right shoulder. Good. And then back down. Chin to the chest. Good. Come back up to center. Readjusting those shoulders back and down. We're going to move into some seated cat-cows just to start warming up the rest of the spine. So pull the chest forward, tilt the head back as if you were sniffing the heavens again. Good. And then press press those shoulders back behind you as if you're reaching both shoulder blades towards that wall behind you. Good. And then bring the chest forward, tilting the head back, leaving those shoulders down. Good. And then curving through the spine one more time. Good. And then we're going to inhale one more time as we pull forward, opening the chest. Good. And then exhale as we press those shoulder blades back towards the wall behind us. Good. And then come back up to center. We're going to take both feet, we're going to extend them out long in front of us. Take in a big deep breath, arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to forward fold over both of those legs. Of course, allowing ourselves some grace as we move through this first hamstring stretch.
Some people are at front door.
Good. Take in a nice inhale and exhale deeper into that forward fold. And the reason we're allowing ourselves some grace here is this is our first hamstring stretch of the evening. Good. We're going to come back up to center. We're going to move to all fours. So coming to all fours on the mat, uncurling the toes. We're going to curl the toes. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So this is our first downward facing dog. So feel free to pedal out those feet, making more space where some maybe needs to be created. Good. I'm going to have you take the right leg and we're going to place it over the left so that the right foot is on the opposite side of the left foot. And then press those hips back. This is a much deeper hamstring stretch. So if you'd like to just hang out in downward facing dog, feel free to do so. Otherwise, place that right foot behind the left and press those hips back, creating space in those hamstrings. Good. Place the right foot back where it belongs. We're going to take that left foot and we're going to place it on the opposite side of the right foot or back behind the right leg so that we can get some more yummy hamstring stretches in there. Yeah, it does feel yummy tonight, that's for sure. I live in a cold climate. I live in Michigan. If you've watched my other videos, you know this, and so getting our muscles and our bones to come out of that cold is sometimes challenging. Good. Take that left foot back to meet the right. We're going to place our knees down, bump to the heels, and come into our first child's pose. Good. Come back to all fours. Curl those toes. Good. Back to downward dog. We're going to extend that right leg back. We're going to bring it on through. For a runner's lunge, we're going to come up with our arms up to crescent. Good. Lay that left foot down. We're going to open up for warrior two. We're going to place the right forearm to the right thigh, bringing the left hand up and over, reaching for that wall in front of you. Good. Feeling that left side body stretch from the shoulder all the way down to the hip. Awesome. Bring that left arm back up. We're going to windmill it down to the floor, placing both sides on either side of that right foot. We're going to take that right foot and move it back to where we started in downward facing dog. We're going to extend that left leg back, completing the same flow on the left side, bringing that through for a runner's lunge, coming up for crescent, Good. Opening up for warrior two. We're gonna take that left forearm to the left thigh. Bring that right arm up to the heavens. Good. Bring it all the way over to that wall in front of you. Reach, reach, reach. Feeling that side body stretch in the right. Good. Come back up to center. We're gonna windmill that hand down. Both hands on either side of that left foot. Bringing that left foot back to meet the right in downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna come up onto those tippy toes. We're gonna walk our way to the top of the mat via those tippy toes. Forward folded out. Good. Big deep breath in. Arms up overhead. Exhale. We're gonna forward fold it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold it out. Hands coming to the mat. We're gonna move into a plank pose. We're gonna run through our vinyasa. So down into that chaturanga push-up and up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Good, come up onto those tippy toes. We're gonna tippy toe ourselves up to the top of the mat. Good. Forward fold it out. Big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good. Let the upper body just hang towards the mat like a little rag doll. So not forcing anything, just feeling the upper body heavy to the earth. Good, we're gonna take a nice inhale and halfway lift, extending up to the shins, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good. Extend both of those feet back into our plank pose. We're gonna come down into that chaturanga push-up and up dog. And coming back for downward facing dog. Good, we're gonna come up onto those tippy toes one more time, but we're just gonna tippy toe to the middle of the mat, and we're gonna turn to face the long edge of the mat. Forward fold it out. Good job. We're gonna heel toe both feet out so that we're in a V formation. We're gonna forward fold in that V formation. Good. Again, a nice hamstring, yummy stretch. Now walk your hands to the left side of the body. We're gonna take that left hand and we're gonna reach it back around our back, taking the fingertips to touch the top of the right thigh, really curving into that forward fold. Awesome. Opening up that chest if that feels good. Good. Let that bind go. We're gonna come back down to forward fold. Good. We're now gonna move to the right side, inchworming our way into a forward fold to the right leg. We're gonna take that right hand and we're gonna reach it around, touching the top of the left leg. If you can reach it, opening up that chest, that will help you gain some length there. Awesome. You should be starting to feel some heat about now. Good. Let that right hand go, and we're gonna forward fold it out here. Good. Awesome. We're gonna turn back towards the front of the mat in a low runner's lunge. We're gonna let that knee fall to the mat. Uncurl the toes. We're gonna come up into crescent, doing a slight back bend. Again, oh so yummy. Good. Place both hands on either side of that left foot. Bring that right leg up off the mat. We're gonna come out the same way we came in, into downward facing dog. Good. Extend that left leg out. We just did that one. We're gonna take the left foot back to meet the right. Extend that right leg back. Bring it on through. For a runner's lunge, lying that left foot on the mat, uncurling the toes, coming up with crescent arms, reaching towards the heavens, doing a slight back bend, working on that left hip, allowing it to open, making space. Good. Keeping those shoulders down. Don't inchworm them up. Good. Both hands on either side of the mat. We're going to bring that right foot, back foot into all fours, not into down dog. And then we're going to take the hips back to the heels for a child's pose. Good. One more heat builder I have for us tonight. We're going to move forward so that our whole entire body is down on the mat. We're going to extend the arms out straight in front of us. With the head tilted up, we're going to bring up the the feet, the hands, and the head all at the same time. So 1, 2, and 3. And when you bring those up, hold. Of course, don't hold that breath. Keep breathing. And now can you challenge yourself a little more and take it up just a bit higher. Good. And come back down. We're going to lay that left side of the head on the mat. We're going to take a few breaths here. My guess is a few of us lost our breath on that pose. We don't try to hold our breath, but sometimes we do. Good. We're going to do that pose one more time. Bring that right hand up. We're going to bring all 3 up off the mat. 1, 2, and 3. Hands straight out in front. Feet out behind. Chin up off the mat. And then can you challenge yourself a little more by coming up just a bit more? Even a 1/2 inch to an inch makes such a difference. Continue that breath. Don't scrunch up those shoulders. It's very easy to do. Good. And then place everything back down. And now this time place the right cheek to the mat. And again, catch that breath. Good. Place both hands near the chest wall. We're going to press up into all fours, but we're going to come to a seated pose. Good. Those legs probably feel a little more limber than they did when we started. We're going to take that right hand up and bring it over to the left side of the body, lengthening through the spine. Feeling that right side body stretch, which should feel so much better than when we started. Good, and we're going to place that right hand down on the mat, and we're going to extend the left arm up and over to the right side of the body. Lifting through the spine, reaching towards that right wall. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Awesome. Bring that left hand back to center. We're going to place both feet together, cupping them with the hands, letting those knees fall in a neutral position. Taking in a couple of breaths here, allowing gravity to do the work. You can scoot your feet in a little bit if you'd like, letting those knees fall to the side. If that feels uncomfortable, you can actually even extend the feet out towards the edge of the mat. That's fine too. I'm going to bring those feet in, let them fall to the side. Catch that breath. And coming back to the breath. Now we're going to turn so that our feet are at the top of the mat. We're going to place our head at the back of the mat. And we're going to move into our Shavasana for the evening. So rocking back onto the back. I'm actually going to place both feet on the outer edges of the mat. Let those knees fall in so they're touching. So a nice neutral position. Tucking the shoulders down and under. For me, it's comfortable to place my hands on my abdomen, so I'm going to place my hands there. Feel free to place your hands wherever they feel comfortable. But at your sides is good. Flipped up at the sides is good. And then allowing your feet to fall heavy to the earth. And as we settle in, closing the eyes. Breathing deep.